Hi everyone, and welcome to Codes of the Unknown.
It's Friday, 9 p.m.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Debs.
Hello.
Good evening, everybody.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us on this very warm evening.
It's very warm.
It is very warm. Just point out, Andy's got a werewolf locked in the wardrobe, so you may hear him every now and again.
Yeah. And then there's some weird ducks that keep laughing at it every few seconds, so you'll hear them as well.
Excellent.
Yeah, just want to say thank you to everyone. We've reached 150 subscribers on YouTube, so amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, brilliant.
For some reason, I still can't comment. So, hello everyone. I'll have to answer you all verbally. So, hi Steve Trees, hi MKMD, Sarah Jacobs, Shane, Joe, Alison, Sarah,
Nelly,
Debbie. Have I missed any? Diane, Nelly, and oh, sorry. If you're a Facebook user, could you please state who you are, because it doesn't tell me who you are. It just says Facebook user, and that's it. So if that'd be great if you could do that. Yeah. So we've got a new feature, what we're going to be doing when we do the studio every 2 weeks, where we was doing the poll on the Facebook group for our next investigation, where you guys vote on where we go. We're going to do it on here. Yes. So in the last 20 minutes of the show, or whatever you want to call it, we'll be putting the options up on the screen. So Deb's going to do a count up at the end of it, and then you'll know tonight where our next visit is going to be.
Yay!
Hi, Mike Ford.
Yes,
Hi,
Ford.
Hi, Karen. Just going to say hello to everyone. I've probably missed some of you. And
hi, Kaz. Thank you for my hug yesterday.
Yeah, so we're going to do that in a bit.
Superb.
So we're gonna go back to last week's investigation, where we went to get it wrong every time I've got it wrote down in front of me. Kel Marsh Tunnels in Kettering. Now I do have to apologise, because as soon as we walked into the tunnel, the signal went. Now the last time I went, the signal was great, but I was on a different network.
Yeah.
So that's why it didn't work this time. But we do have some footage that Mark took while I was in the tunnel, and we did pick something up.
Yes.
Now I just need to explain one thing though. I had to listen to this about 20 times just to be 100% that what I could hear was actually then. It wasn't anything else.
Yeah.
I listened to it with headphones in, because you do get a better sound, especially if they've got noise cancelling option on them, which is what I'm using now. Yeah, so I've gone through it. It can't be anything else. Now I'll play the video in a minute, and then I'll explain everything to you. But the video is self-explanatory, but then I'll explain how I know it can't be anything else. So We'll play that now. So if you are ready, let's go.
Oh, and Andy's gone. He's back again now.
Shutting the wolf out is doing me
All
head
right.
in. Yeah. So as I've put the notes on the video, that's when you hear it. Now, it was a second set of footsteps. Clearly they wasn't Max. Number of reasons. First one, they made a completely different sound.
Yeah.
If it was an echo, it'd make the same sound but softer. It was coming in a different direction from where he was, and it was completely out of sync to how Mark was stepping. Now, as he pans round, when he goes, "What the F was that?" you get louder. I'm assuming, as he's turned, the microphone on his rig has picked him up because the steps were coming from behind him. Now, I'll play it one more time. As you can hear, Mark's got squeaky shoes on for some reason.
Yeah.
I think he's got dog toys in him. But the footsteps that I could hear, and what Deb had pointed out before I'd even watched the video, are like clogs, like wood on hard ground.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the flooring in the tunnel, as you can see, it's like a asphalty, gritty kind of ground. Mark had trainers on, so even if it could have been an echo from Mark's feet, it wouldn't have been, because two different sounds.
Yeah. And like I said to you, it was neither you or Rich, because you were stood chatting at the other end of the tunnel. He can hear you, because that's kind of like halfway along the tunnel, isn't it?
Yeah, this is directly behind him. Yeah. Now, Sarah's just said she didn't hear anything. I said it was about 4 or 5 times of me listening to it before I could make anything out.
Yeah.
So that's why it's probably about 20 times, just to be 100%, that I could hear, and it wasn't just like imaginary sound, if you know what I mean.
God, that's an old saying, Alison. Not paid for. They used to say, if you squeaked, you hadn't paid for them.
Too tight. Yeah, so I can play it again. If anyone would like a copy of it, so they can listen and watch it in their own time, that's fine. You send me a message on the Facebook group, and I'll send it across a messenger. So I'll do it.
I listened to it a few times before I actually messaged you and said, I can hear another set of footsteps.
Yeah. Well, I was sat there for about 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Just keep listening, just to find out the exact point where it was I heard him.
Yeah.
But I do suggest that if you can hear it a lot better if you've got headphones in.
Yeah.
Because it cuts all the background noise out as well. They are quite quiet. My shoes make a lot more noise. Excuse me, pretty much more than anything else there.
Yeah.
But you can hear it. If anyone wants a copy of the video, I can send it to them. That's not a problem. Like I said, it's only 39 seconds long.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much all we picked up. Now, I was speaking to Richard the other day, and when Mark went into the tunnel, me and Richard walked up and over the top.
Yeah.
Sorry, 1 second. And we felt like there's someone following us. Now, as you go up over the top of the tunnels, it spreads out, and it's just some big, thick woods. Dips down, comes up, crevices and all that. To the left is a big, like, I think it's a wheat field or something.
Yeah.
And as I spun round at one point, Richard says to me, "Did you hear that?" But it could have been a fox, badger, rabbits, birds, could have been anything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wood pigeons in that round there and pheasants. So it could have been something. Trees didn't say anything. But when I was speaking to him, now he didn't tell me this on the night. He only told me this on, it was either yesterday or the day before. He thought he heard like two girls. He said late 20s, early 30s, chattering to each other.
Right.
Now, when Mark was in the tunnel, roughly around the same time that he did this video, we stood at the tunnel entrance. Above us, where the archway is, on top of that, it sounded like there was two girls talking. You couldn't hear what they were saying, but there's two distinctive female voices. I only lasted for 2-3 seconds, and then that was it. Didn't hear anything else. Didn't say anything at all.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Hi, Stuart. Hi, Minnie. And yeah, so if you want me to put it back up, I can do.
We could actually put it on the Codes of the Unknown page anyway on Facebook.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to do. I was going to wait to put it on here first, and then I'll stick it on there. I can always put it onto YouTube, and if you want to download a copy, then that's entirely up to you. So
right, Mike's asking what paranormal equipment you use.
Right, so I have 3 torches. These ones. So it has they're all LED. So I've got a couple of them. I can even, bear with me 1 second. So this is the rig that I use. So it's got 2 of the torches at the bottom, 2 of the square lights, and the microphone, 120 degree. The bit at the top, that's where my phone goes. Got 2 battery power packs, and in that bit, I have a second phone, which I use for just taking videos while I'm walking about. So I have that. I have a body harness, which I can fix my GoPro or a mobile phone to. And we've got a couple of these each.
When he remembers to take them.
I've took them once. I've had them since January. And they're right in front of me, and I keep forgetting them. I take a pen and paper. I also have a couple of self-sealing bags, or a handful, and some latex gloves. Reason being, if we find anything we're out and about, we can pick it up, put it in the bag without contaminating it.
Yeah.
Richard has EMF reader. I have a green laser pointer. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see.
We'll probably all have laser eye surgery if you start pointing that.
Oh, yeah, you can just see it there. Yeah. That's good for if somebody sees something and you're trying to pinpoint exactly where it is.
Yeah.
I use that to get a better accuracy of exactly or as near as to where we seen or heard anything. And that is roughly everything. Mark has a very similar rig to what I've got. Same torches. I always take spare charging cables. I've got a laser grid attachment, which is that. What is it? That goes onto the end.
Yep.
So it makes like a big square Stargate, well, not a Stargate, like a star grid. And you can expand and contract the lights on it. So I'll use that as well if we go into like a tunnel or you're going to be pointing it at a wall. I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you not got a parabolic? I never know whether it's speaker or microphone. Is that not? That's on the list, isn't it?
Yeah, that's next.
Yeah.
I'm ordering that this weekend.
They're amazing.
Yes. So, and I'm going to get one of those, and I'm trying to get a analog digital voice recorder. Not digital, analog voice recorder in the old cassette tapes. Because there's something to. I listened to a podcast the other day, and there's something that the magnetic tape in the cassette picks things up better than what a digital SD card will pick up. It has a different frequency, so I'm going to be getting one of those. I think that's it.
Sarah wanted to know if you see many ghosts. I did put the question up, but you've covered it over now.
Have I? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll let you off just this once.
Right. Have I personally, or while we've been out investigating?
I don't know. She didn't ask.
Right. So, investigating wise, orange lava face man on a bench.
Yes. Bernie face bench man.
Yeah, that's it. Hunched over tramp bloke when I fell off the curb.
Yep.
Then the floaty ghost between the graves when I couldn't get in the car quick enough, and Richard, it was something out of a movie, he couldn't get his keys out of his pocket and unlock the car. I was ready for running home.
Yeah.
That's it really. I've heard voices, heard footsteps. I felt presence, felt like I've been being watched. What else? That's it really on that. Does the baby rabbit count?
Yeah, I would. Well, I wouldn't have said that was a ghost, but that was
unusual. Very unusual. Yeah, even Joe just put even a baby rabbit.
Yeah, that was
that was when we did St. John's the Baptist church ruins. If anyone wants to watch the video, and then that was the first time we went to Kingsford Cemetery. But me personally, I've had quite a few experiences with ghosts. I've had shadow people walk right in front of me like that. They're banging on the bedroom door where my cousin used to live in Salford in Manchester. As the third bang hit the door, we both grabbed the door and pulled it open because it opened inwards. So as the third bang hit the door, we opened the door and there's nobody there. And I flew from the top step to the bottom step and didn't touch any in the middle. What else? I've seen like monk-shaped 100 bridge in Bolton. I've seen full-body apparitions run past. When I lived in Manchester, I was driving down to Cambridge. There's me and another guy, and we was going I think it was near Wolverhampton. Some bloke in the high of his jacket and high of his pants just come walking out the bushes, walked straight in front of us, and then we was in the slow lane, walked into the middle lane as there's another truck overtaking us, and then just vanished.
See, that's weird.
That was about, so that'd be about 3:30 in the morning. And we didn't even, this was, the best bit was, we was chattering away, and we'd seen him walk out, but neither of us took any notice until he like, whoa, where did he go? Sort of thing. So he's like a workman, blonde hair. He was, I'd say, about 5'4", but the light shone through him. So you could see him from head to toe. It wasn't floating or anything like that. And then he just vanished, and we both jumped and got a little bit scared.
Yeah.
And there weren't even any roadworks. There's no roadworks to that point. And the next lot of roadworks wasn't until we hit Birmingham, which is about another 20 miles away. So I've no idea. But
Mike's just mentioned a laser grid. I've just asked him what a laser grid is. I didn't know if you knew. Oh, laser pen, and when you point it at a wall, it has dots altered in a pattern. That's what yours does, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, I'll show you. Right, give me a second. I'll show you on the wall behind me. I just have to go and turn the light out. I might not have to. So, see how it does that?
Yeah.
One sec. And you can change the pattern. Excuse me. So it's like a big grid.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to point it the right way. There.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I usually have it on that.
I didn't realise it did so many little combinations there.
Yeah. This was the one that Ryan told me about. Sorry, I'm just reading what the comments are as well. Yeah, someone was saying that, who was it? Sarah, the statue in the graveyard the other week, watched it yesterday. Statue?
I've just said it wasn't a statue.
No, that was something between the graves using a tree bush thing as
cloaking device.
Cloaking device. Yeah.
The comment's gone now. I can't find the comment. I don't want to sit here scrolling up and down. Somebody suggested doing EVP. So once you get your recorder.
Yeah, that was Mike. Well, we did the EVP. We did one at Horton House, and we got some good feedback. Now, I did a investigation there about 10 years ago, and I made contact then. And then we did, me and Richard went to Horton House. We did one there. We got a couple, but then it just seemed to drop off and nothing happened.
Yeah. I think it's a case of just sort of leaving it, like you would have left it on the bench where Bernie Face Man was. You could have sort of left it there and gone wandering around and then come back and pick it up.
Yeah, can't do patrons. I've checked.
Yeah, we looked into that.
Unless you can get me 849 more subscribers, then we can get them.
Yeah. We're just a small outfit.
Yeah. Not quite there.
You've got to start somewhere, little acorns and all that.
Yeah, you've got to get 4,000 real-time viewing minutes and 1,000 subscribers before they even consider it. So, is that Deb?
Yes. So, if anybody's got any questions, please put them in capitals, and I can put them on the screen, and we can both answer them. And Richard's just said we've had some great results on the EMP when using it. It responds to Andy more than me, so obviously it's
yeah,
linked with you.
yeah.
Oh, Mike, that's awful. I unfortunately witnessed somebody jumping off a bridge. The Humber Bridge is what I mean. Have you seen the colour of that water? That is just the last thing I'd want to do. I know people are desperate, absolutely awful, but I don't even like going over it, to be fair.
No,
we went
bridges
over on the motorbike. No, we went over on the motorbike, and I have to say I was gritting my teeth all the way across. I wouldn't want to do it again. Especially not past lorries.
Ooh.
My brother picked up a girl who was out alone in the dark and crying. She wanted to go home. Gave her him her addy took her there, and when he turned, she was. I've heard of that before. I did hear a story about that. Somebody picked an hitchhiker up, same sort of thing. Got her home. She'd gone. He went and knocked on the door, and her mother answered and said she died about a year before in a car accident. And it's like that. I've just gone goosey actually remembering that.
Oh no,
goosey. EMF. Rich has corrected himself there. EMF.
Yeah.
That's a point. Nelly says, "Can we set up a PayPal?"
Yeah, I was just reading that one. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry if you keep going quiet. I'm just using one phone.
Yeah.
Because nothing else seems to be working tonight. So I'm having to look at comments and then keep coming back.
Right. So what do we think of phantom hitchhikers? I mean, I've heard of loads of them on all these. There's some spooky roads around our country and abroad as well, but focusing on our country, there's some spooky roads. I've heard of hairy hands grabbing the steering wheel. There's one place in particular, if anybody remembers it, where hairy hands appear on the steering wheel and try and like force the wheel or whatever.
Never even heard of that one.
Have you not? It's somewhere.
Nope, not got a clue.
I want to say Cornwall area, but I might be wrong. I think it's down south somewhere.
Right.
And there was one story in particular about, I don't know if it was a woman or a man, but they were driving along and this pair of hairy hands just suddenly grabbed the wheel and tried to steer the car into the side. They had to fight with the steering wheel. So I don't know what the hairy hands are all about. Yeah, no, I thought that. But I always remember the Hammer House of Horror with the hitchhiker, the bloke in the yellow coat with the weird fingernail, and it always makes me think.
Yeah, we was talking about this the other day because I was telling you I stayed at the hotel where a lot of that was filmed.
That's right. Yeah.
It's the the Oakley in Reading.
Yeah.
Well, it's in Windsor, and in the room it's got a book and it's telling you who stayed there and how long they filmed, the years they did it, and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty good. And I don't think the hotel has changed that much since they did the filming there.
No. James just mentioned the Stocksbridge bypass as well. That's a bit of a creepy. I keep saying I want to go down there. I've not been. I've been near it, but I've not actually been on it. But there's all sorts been reported there, from floating monks to children in a ring dancing and laughing, and even policemen have witnessed things there. So
really,
yep.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Yeah, quite a spooky place. Oh, there's a question from Alison.
Well, funny you should say that.
Yeah.
The very first interview I ever did for Deborah Axwell on BBR was, I called him, what do you call them? The Devil Monkeys. No, it weren't Devil Monkeys, was it? So basically, I was driving to work one morning. I used to start working. No, I can't remember what I called them. Invisible Monkeys. That was it.
Yep.
So I was driving to work. I lived in Northampton. I worked in Milton Keynes. I used to drive through a forest and a lot of rural area. It was the quickest way to get there. Anyway, so this week my shift was at 4 o'clock in the morning. So a couple of bends in the road. Anyway, it goes through a couple of villages, so it drops down to 30 miles an hour. First day, absolutely throwing it down. It was like driving through a waterfall. It was that bad. So as I'm coming around the bend, at double S bend, on the second bit of it, as my headlights hit the car, bounce back off the trees, you could see something or some things running up the trees. So the stump of the trees have got like little branches coming off them, which looks like ferns, and then there's a lot of ivy growing around the base of the tree. As I'm coming around, you could clearly see there's something shifting or shimmering up the tree. And I thought, oh, it must be like wind, but it wasn't that windy. Or I thought, oh, the light reflecting off the water, because the rain was that heavy, it was like light bouncing back.
Yeah.
Didn't think anything of it. Next night, it was a clear night. Or next morning, it's a clear morning, same time, same route, saying exactly the same thing, the same spot. There's no wind. You could clearly see to the trees. There was something climbing up it, and I just pictured like little grey aliens, like the size of a, don't know, what are them, the monkeys up on Gibraltar Rock?
Oh, Barbary apes.
Yeah, so they'd be about that size.
Yeah.
And it's like I slowed right down because you could. So this is the most stupid thing I've ever had to say. Every time I say it, it just makes me laugh. Because I couldn't actually see anything. I could see movement, but there was no solid object there. But I knew that if you'd have seen it, you'd know what I mean.
Yeah.
It was like it was mirroring the surrounding area, so you couldn't actually see where it was. Then the next couple of days, didn't see anything. Then the last day that I was working that week, because I only used to do 4 days a week, same time, same thing happened again. And I've passed that a million times since and never noticed or seen anything since that point. So I couldn't even tell you where it was. At first I thought it might have been a couple of little things, or like 3 or 4 little things. Then I thought it could have been one big thing. But when I've gone back this summer, it's really hard to park because it's a bendy road and it's solid white line, so there's nowhere to stop. And where you can park, it's a good half-mile walk back to where this bit of road is. So as I've slowed down, no traffic, I've had a look. The trees aren't that tall, I don't think strong enough for it to be anything as big as a human.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm back to thinking it must have been smaller creatures.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I once looked up out of my window and I saw something, you know, like the predator before he becomes visible and there's that shimmering. I once saw something go across the garden. That's the only thing I've ever seen like that. But it was a big ship, big enough to be not as big as Chewbacca. I'm trying to think of a biggish, a tall bloke, maybe 6-7 foot and wide-ish, but it just shimmered straight across and I kind of blinked and caught the back end of it and it just disappeared into the fence and gone. So I've no idea. Never happened before, never happened since.
Never seen the shimmering. It's just been movement, but you could clearly see. It's so hard to explain because I'm trying to describe something I couldn't see.
Yeah.
But you could clearly tell it was something or some things climbing from the base of the tree up. The movement was going up the tree like that, and all the leaves were moving as it was going up. So the parts of the tree that was nothing on didn't move. It just started at the base and went up. But then was it before or after that? I've got a add-on to that story.
Right.
I think it was either a few months before, a few months after. Sorry, just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was driving. You've got the M1 motorway, probably about less than a mile away from there. So I'm driving northbound on the M1, coming off at Milton Keynes. So as I'm driving up, a lot of traffic, rush hour traffic, and I just see this white thing in the sky on the southbound side.
Yeah.
And it just looked like a ball. Like, imagine a ball that's leaking. So it's got like, it's like not quite a teardrop, but every now a little finger drop off it.
Drop off it,
And
yeah.
it dropped down. So it'd be a ball, then something would drop, so it stretched down.
Yeah, like a water, but thick.
Then it'd go back, and then whatever fell off it would just fall like that, and then stop. And it did about 5 or 6 of them. Hi, Rick. Sorry, I'm not ignoring anyone. About 5 or 6 of these drops. It's just getting dark as well, and nobody else, from what I could see, noticed any of this.
That's weird.
And I thought, I couldn't pull up on the hard shoulder because they're still doing it, but they've changed it to a smart motorway. So all the hard shoulder was stopped, it was coned off.
Yeah.
So I couldn't actually get onto it. And then by the time I drove out and come off the slip road, there was all trees and buildings and that in the way, and I couldn't see anything. But that was roughly in that area. Because I've measured, I worked out where it was in the field to where the road was that I was, and it's probably less than a quarter of a mile from that point. And it is, like I said, it was either 3 or 4 months before or 3 or 4 months after.
Yeah.
And it was like, it wasn't white, it was like an off-white. So, like the colour of this mouse, like a plasma white.
Yeah.
It just looked like plasma dropping from the sky, from this ball into smaller balls.
That's
and they just dropped down in a straight line. So they try to go fast and then stop and then go slow and stop. And it did about 5 or 6 of them.
That's very strange.
Very.
Wonder if anybody else have you seen any other reports about stuff like that? Has anybody else ever reported anything?
I didn't hear anything on the local news. Spoke to people that are into what we're into. Like, no, not got no idea what you're talking about. I can't have been the only person.
No, you can't.
It was rush hour.
Yeah.
It's rush hour. I think it was a Friday or a Saturday. So the motorway, it was doing like 20, 30 miles an hour on the motorway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a weird one. I don't think I've had an encounter that was normal, to be honest with you.
No.
But, yeah, I've got a few.
Sorry, I'm just answering.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm just trying to catch up on the. Hi, Alex.
Yeah, Alex is just saying the cryptid I saw was shimmering all around it, Deb, like poor reception on a telly. Yeah, that's what. But mine was more like the predator. The kind of like. They're almost like little prisms, aren't they? That are making it up, kind of. That's the only way.
Reflect light.
Yeah. It was just completely weird. It just went from one side to the other, and like I say, when it got halfway across, I blinked. I thought, "Is that my eyes?" And then I watched it carry on. Never changed shape. When I opened my eyes back up, it never changed shape. It just went. Very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, I haven't looked into that, Joe. These new Nessie sightings, but I actually do. There was a bit of a debate about that last night on Truth Proof, about whether Nessie exists or not, and I tend to think there's something in there, because all the locks are supposed to be connected by underwater caverns, tunnels, like a tunnel system. So maybe it's sensible enough to think somebody's out looking for me, or they're doing whatever. I'll move to the next lock, because everything seems to concentrate on Loch Ness, doesn't it? Even though there's hundreds of locks in Scotland.
Well, I went up, stayed in Scotland for a week over Christmas, rented a house out in Fort William, and we drove up day after Boxing Day. We drove up to Loch Ness. It's 26 miles long, and these points of it are that wide. It looks like the sea.
Yeah, it does. And I was gobsmacked that it wasn't the sea.
Or believe it
into the sea.
Yeah, had waves.
Yeah.
It had a tide and all that. It's like, wow.
It's either
It's
3
mad.
or 4 miles wide at a certain point.
I think it's about 3.5 miles, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it just
It's
looks like the
amazing.
ocean. Yeah. But I do think there's something up there. But then we go back to, is it something to do with Aleister Crowley opening these portals?
Yeah, at Boleskine
House. Yeah, but we'll do that another time. Right, there's a question here, sorry, from MKMD, Mike.
Sky Trumpet.
I love this one. No, Sky Whales. Told you, Sky Whales.
Sounds, though, are they? They're like jelly blobs.
Yeah, but they make sounds as well if you can hear that frequency.
Right. Ooh. Yeah, it's the Sky Trumpets that freak me out a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Whether it's tectonic plates shifting or something that harp's doing. I've no idea.
I was going to say harp.
But I mean, they've been there for years, haven't they?
Well, it's like when the Navy, they go doing these Submariner stuff. Like classified, and all these whales come up because of the, is it sonar that they use?
Yeah.
And it ends up killing them.
Charging and whatever all that stuff is.
Yeah. So could it be something like that? But what the Air Force are doing?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, some of it's, I've listened to quite a few of them, and some of it's like metal grinding against metal. It's more, but then others sound more, not musical, because it's not musical, is it? But some sound more musical than just grinding.
Like noise. A string orchestra sort of thing.
Yeah.
See, I've only ever heard one, and it was right at the beginning of lockdown, so over 12 months ago. Got up about 2-3 o'clock in the morning and needed the toilet. And went through, so bedrooms at the back of the house, bathrooms at the front. So got up, could hear a high-pitched noise for someone's car alarm or house alarm. Go where the electric goes and it uses the backup. And then that starts dying, and it's like just a constant whine. It sounded like that. So went into the bathroom, and it just seemed to be getting louder and louder. Now, a couple of people said to me, was it not tinnitus? I'm like, no, it was outside. When I stuck my head out the bathroom window, it got louder. But it got to the point, it was really hurting my ears. It's like, I was looking for my earplug, excuse me. It was like proper, like starting to give me a headache.
Yeah.
And then, but I don't know what I'm going to do to stop it. So I started walking around the house, closing the windows. As I went to shut the bedroom window, it stopped. Oh. There's no after sound. There's no, like, didn't fade out or anything like that. It was just really loud, and then nothing. I looked out the bedroom window above the trees in the house, couldn't see anything in the sky. Looked out the front, couldn't see anything. Now, we have got a small airport, what was used during the war, called Sywell Aerodrome. You see the biplanes and the jets when they're doing practice flights and all that. Usually every Friday at 3 o'clock, there's 4 of them with all the smoke, and they're doing the twists and everything in the sky.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of shows and that going on there. Now, I thought it could have been something from there, but not at that time in the morning.
No.
It's not open, and it's not used. It's not a public airport, if that makes sense. And I couldn't tell you whether the sound was coming from the front, the back, over the trees, above the air. Couldn't tell you what direction it was coming from. It was just everywhere. But it was definitely outside the house. But so as soon as I stuck my head out the window, it was just too loud.
I had it one night when it was really, really warm, and I had the window wide open. I was just nodding off to sleep, and the noise started in it. That was like, you know, when you can hear somebody in the neighbourhood with a lawnmower or something, it's just that continual whine. That's what this was like. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And I'm thinking of it, because we've got a railway down at the bottom of the hill, and you can hear the trains going past. I thought they're doing something on the railway, but then I heard a couple of trains going past. So they obviously weren't working. There were no horns going or anything. And it gradually just kind of like, I was listening to it, and then it kind of faded away, and I thought, oh, thank God for that, it's going. And then it came back, and then it just shut off straight away. Kind of like it flicked a switch.
Yeah. Now, Alison's just put some, I can hear the cat alarms, and it's like really intense. It goes dead loud, then fades. It's them little green boxes that you plug in. Hate walking past them.
I've never seen one.
And it's like, but have you not?
No.
It's to stop cats dumping in your garden, basically. Digging it all up. We might get one for our cat. Send it next door.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're so loud. And when I was younger, I had problems with my hearing. So I used to go for a lot of hearing tests.
Did you have to have grommets in?
No, I used to have to have them syringed.
Right.
But when I was doing you tap when you can hear a noise.
Yeah.
So I'm only about between 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. And each time I had the test done, finish it, and the doctor or whoever it was that was doing it at the time would say he's hearing noises that humans don't normally hear. He's hearing the really high pitched ones and the really low ones, but not the ones in between. So that's why I think with the video that I put on earlier, just thinking about it now, I can hear them footsteps a lot clearer than a lot of other people can.
Yeah.
And it's like I could be sat in one room of the house and someone could be having a conversation downstairs in the kitchen and I hear it clearly like I'm talking to you now.
Yeah.
If you're going to a pub or a nightclub, back in the good old days, I'd have to concentrate on the music just so I could hear the conversation that was going on around me. Yeah. If I try listening to the conversation, I'd hear the background noise.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do.
They used to use
a lot of concentration.
They used to use the high frequency noises to get rid of kids congregating outside because there's that frequency range, like Rick's just said. There's like a frequency range that kids can hear and adults can't. And they used to put the noise out like a mosquito or something. They used to put the noise out to stop kids, to move them away. But you get to a certain age where that wears off. Now, my husband's got hearing loss. He wears hearing aids and he can't hear high-pitched frequencies. He can only hear lower frequencies. Because if alarms are going off outside, I'm like, that's driving me mad. And he goes, I can't hear it. And it can be fairly close because we live in a crescent. So even at the other side of the crescent, it's loud. But he can't hear it. I can. It's odd.
No, I know what you mean. It's like I listen on the Amazon devices that I've got. I either listen to white noise or brown noise. Helps me sleep.
Yeah. So you can't have any noise to go to sleep with. No. Music.
If it's completely silent. No. It'd be worse than having music blasting out.
Yeah.
Being completely silent. Just can't do it. Yeah, Nellie's put, she is higher frequency too, yet she struggles to hear someone speak, same as me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? How we all have different levels of pitch. Yeah, what is brown noise? I was going to ask that.
That's the low rumbling noise.
Right. Oh, I don't think I could cope with that.
1 second. I'll see if I can put Amazon. Enable brown noise.
Here we go.
Right, let's see if you can hear it. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I don't like that. It's like growling.
Amazon, shut down. Yeah, so that's your brown noise.
No,
put that on, 5 minutes, gone.
No. I've got to have it completely silent. Gaz used to fall asleep with headphones in listening to music, and I'm like, I can't do that. I dance in my head. I'm kind of like, I just can't do it.
Sorry.
I have a little disco going on. I'd be up all night with that.
Excuse me. No, it's like Becky's the same. She can't have anything on. Sound or not. She's got used to me listening to the brown noise in that, but
no.
Probably was my stomach growling.
Yeah.
Oh.
All that cider is swigging, making him burp.
Yeah, Mike's just put like being in the womb.
Yeah.
So that could be that, because there's another thing. If I'm in the house and someone starts hoovering, I start falling asleep. Now I put that. I think I spoke about this before. Now I've put this down to my mum.
Right.
So when I was off school, whether it's holidays or weekends or I was ill, I'd be laying on the sofa, or sat on the sofa. So my mum would be hoovering, and it'd just send me to sleep.
Right.
And I'd be gone straight away. But I know quite a lot of people that are like that. A lot of famous people.
That's just to get out of hoovering, is that? Oh, hey, up the hoover's out. I'm going to go to sleep so I don't have to push it round. That's what that is.
Don't give the game away.
Sarah says she likes pink noise. I've never heard of that either.
I've not heard of pink noise.
No. A womb is white noise, yeah.
See, they use white noise in a lot of call centres, so you can't hear everyone else talking at the same time.
Drowns all the background
You can hear
out.
yourself, yeah. But the road at the back of our house, that's quite busy until like early hours in the morning. But when I put that on, I'd say give it 2 minutes, and then I can't hear the traffic. I just zone out from it.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, Alison's like, Gaz can sleep anywhere, anytime, any sort of noise going on, and I can't. I have to have quiet.
Yeah.
I elbow him in the face a lot when he starts snoring because I can't even do with that.
Yeah.
Oh, just unplug my phone.
That's not good.
Try my battery.
Sorry, 1 second. I just want to do something. There we go.
Right. Keep your eye on.
I can. Yes, I'll be changing in a second.
Actually, Mike, I think I'd like that, just to like relax. Just the sound of underwater, all that like gurgling-y. I think I'd like that actually. Yeah.
Try brown noise.
Yeah.
But there's another thing that comes with brown noise. It can make you want to go to the toilet.
Yeah, because of the frequency.
The low frequency, yeah.
I was on about that to somebody that we got on about low frequencies, and it makes you want to go to the low. It's like because it does something to your insides. It's weird.
Yeah, because it does your Now I've something to tell you, but I'll have to tell you off air.
Okay.
I've just realised something.
All right.
I don't think anyone would appreciate me sharing this.
I don't know. It depends how bad it is.
But it's not bad.
Okay.
I'll tell you later.
All right.
Yeah. If you want to find out what it is, you need to send some money to the PayPal account. Minimum 20 quid.
I don't think they're that desperate to listen to it, Andy.
No. I'd want my money back.
Yeah. Alison likes rain on the window as well. I like that. Yeah. I like storm noises.
Rain on a tent. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. Unless your tent leaks. We've all been in a tent that leaks.
Yeah. And that's what Rick's just put. It resonates with your intestines.
Intestines, yeah, that's right.
Well, I may as well tell you because I've nothing to be thingy about. So I listen to brown noise pretty much every night.
Yeah.
As soon as I get up in the morning, I need to go to the toilet.
Right.
Every morning.
Yeah.
Now I don't listen to brown noise on a Friday or Saturday night because I don't have to be up early for work. So I don't need to go to sleep. I can get up. And I don't go at weekends.
Right. That's all very strange.
So I get up for work around 6, half 6. As soon as I get up, first thing I do, bathroom.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting on that. Like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday and Saturday night, I don't listen to the Alexa. I either put music on or nothing because there's not, like I said, I'm not in a rush to go to sleep because I don't have to get up and go to work. I don't have to do a day's work.
Yeah.
So Saturday and Sunday morning, I don't get up and go to the toilet. There we go.
I wonder if that's why they call it brown noise then.
Mystery solved.
Yeah, phone soup.
I've just debunked that one.
What?
So I'm just reading the
Comments.
There's a couple of people private chat, but
they've all scrolled up a bit quick.
Yeah, because they're coming through faster this week. Do you think it's because we've upgraded? Now we're paying for it. Like we'll give him some better data
quality
technology.
Yeah,
bit more. Yeah, better quality. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, people.
There you go. So brown noise is better than fibre 12. You go to the loo, says Nelly. Yeah. Forget your brown flakes. You just need brown noise going on.
And you don't put weight on listening to that. If anything, you lose it.
Yeah, £2 every morning.
Yeah, I should be stick thin. Yeah. I'm not stick thin.
I'll never be stick thin.
Oh, I'm definitely not bunged up.
Oh dear.
Definitely not.
I can't believe we've just discussed that.
Oh well, at least I was used a bit of etiquette whilst.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Talking about it, right? I could have used proper toilet talk.
Superb. Oh, Mike's just. We'll share that because Mike obviously wants to share. So let's just put that up. Oh no, that was Shane. Sorry.
No, that one.
No, you've turned it off now. Right, leave it.
There
we go. Thanks for that, Mike. Every time I see your picture now, I'll be thinking, there's Mike turning all the time.
Oh, wait, sorry. Rick's just put, they produce a huge electromagnetic field.
EM energy causes failures. Yeah, I've heard that before as well, yeah. That's your fight.
With the brown
light. The lower frequencies.
When you what? The brown noise. Yeah, infrasound.
Yeah.
Tigers, like big cats and big predators use it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
A bit of good advice from Shane there. We'll take that on board. I've heard of that one before.
Yeah.
That's if you're feeling cruel, obviously.
Yeah. Another good one is when they're absolutely paralytic and they can't wake up, just get a black Sharpie and start drawing pictures on the face.
Yeah. Like bigger eyebrows and strange things.
Yeah. Anomalies.
Happy haircut. Oh, yeah, I never noticed you had your haircut.
Yeah.
Mark, hello, Mark.
Yeah, I have. I've my own barber.
Yeah, it's all right, that, isn't it?
Yeah, every 4 Saturdays I get cut.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him to come out on an investigation.
What, in case
he's really
watching it needs its haircutting?
No, he's
chasing him around
really
with scissors.
Come here, Mister Bit.
You're looking a bit woolly there.
He's proper into it, but he works stupid hours.
Yeah, that's it.
He's just opened his own shop. Obviously he's got to do as many hours as he can.
Yeah.
Right. So Sarah's just put, her son wants to know when is your next ghost hunt. So that's next Friday. So what we do, Sarah, is alternate Fridays, one in the studio, one in investigation. So we do a live stream every single week. It's 9 o'clock, same time. I'm not messing about changing the days and times anymore. This is now set in stone. 9 o'clock on a Friday. So this week's studio, next week is location. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Hi, Facebook user. Not sure who you are. Can you put your name, please? So next Friday, Debbie coming back?
I'm here.
COVID haircut. I've not had a COVID haircut from day one, but that doesn't matter. Won't go into that. I've had my haircut all the way through it. Yeah. Oh well, it's nearly over now. Can he go with you who loves ghosts? Where does he live? What area do you live? Let's see in it that changes them.
Right.
Sorry, right, yeah. So next week, we're not doing a poll for next week because we've had a lot of other stuff going on with us working out exactly how we're doing this. So this is why I'm saying 9 o'clock every Friday, set in stone, alternate weekends. One in the field, literally, one in the studio, stroke your house. So next week we're doing 4 cemeteries. They're all within one's. There's 4, isn't there? I found that other one on the corner between 2 of them. You've gone quiet, Deb. You're doing a les.
Sorry, I'm back in the
room. So the first one we're going to is it's got a green burial ground.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what one was till I went. So for those who don't know what they are, it's all biodegradable. You're not allowed plant pots. You're not allowed headstones. You're not allowed anything like that. It's got to be wood or plants or wicker or blah, blah, blah. So a lot of people plant trees and they have like, not a wooden stake, but like a wooden pole with a name, with an engraving on it to mark where it is. So it's just like walking through a new woods. But the grass is quite high. So we're going to go to that one first. That's completely out of the way. Now I know opposite that, on this country lane, there is land. There's not many people know this. A couple of people have told me. The land belongs to the MOD.
Yeah.
There's no signs, but you start walking across one of these fields, within 5 minutes, you'll have military personnel asking you what you're doing and
gunning you down.
Kneecapping you. Yeah. So we've got that one. Then 5 minutes away to the next one. What was going to be the next one? That's just a little square cemetery. Not a lot there. Just in a little, well, I'd call it a hamlet. It's not even a town.
Yeah.
Now behind that is some land which is ancient burial ground. No, Matt was telling me about this because it's near where I used to live, and they're not allowed. You can't access this. You can't access this field. You wouldn't know. It just looks like a farmer's field. You could climb over, but I'm sure if you ended up in there, people would turn up and gun you down again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the way to this one, there's a bend in the road, and on the bend is a big church. Now, I studied this church. I drove past it the other day. And it's quite a big cemetery. It goes all the way around to the back of the church. Now, there are some old-style town terraced houses. But then, other than that, there's nothing. So we can go to the back of that.
Right.
Then after the square cemetery, there's another one, which is opposite a big country park in Bedfordshire, and they call it an estate, don't they? With a big mansion, hall, like Lord, whoever lives at this. What's it called? Like an estate with a big country house. That's it. So that's opposite that, and that's where them big trees are, just for you, Deborah. And we found
I like big trees.
That's the one with the shed in the corner, that little shed with the wheelbarrow in it.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Now opposite that shed, there's 2 headstones. These headstones must be about 6.5 foot high.
Right.
From what I can remember. Yeah, they're probably about 6.5 foot high. All right. About six, and there's two right next to each other, and I've never seen headstones that tall before.
Right.
So then we're going to do that one. So that'll be the 4. But like I said, they're all, I'd say, between 5 and 10 minutes away from each other. So we can easily, because of the size of them, we could easily get them done an hour and a half.
Yeah.
All in, yeah, they're all in Bedfordshire. So that's what we're doing this week today. And then the one that you guys are going to be voting for tonight is the one that we're going to be doing 2 weeks after that. So that'll be, I'm just trying to work it out. 2nd, 9th, 21st, 23rd.
23rd.
Yeah, 23rd of July.
Right.
So that'll be when we're doing the ones that you guys are going to choose tonight. Because with the poll that we was doing, we was putting on the Facebook group. Now, I know a lot of you guys that are watching on air, not all of you have Facebook, or you don't use Facebook, you only use YouTube. So I thought, because you're the ones that come on, make this work, because without you, it'd be pointless doing this. Give you guys the option to choose where we're going and what we're doing, rather than putting it on a group that not everyone interacts with.
Yeah.
So I think putting it on here, you lot get to decide. You're the ones that watches week in, week out. It's only fair that you lot get to choose where we go.
Yeah.
So we're going to be, as of this week, it's going to be going on air each time. I think we'll do it once a month. So you guys get to choose one. Then us as a team, we get to choose the other one.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Works.
So the 3 options will be going on in about half an hour. Oh, sorry.
Cider.
No, it's because of
that buffet
burger for me dinner.
Oh. He's waddling about on the buffet, the £10 buffet.
Who is?
You shuffling about on your buffet.
Oh, you said buffet. I thought you meant food.
No, that's buffet.
Oh, and you're on this rotten stool that stole off children.
Yeah. I take it back.
Still crying.
I know. I can hear him in Leeds.
Probably can. I'll say you can have it back for 20.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an antique now.
Yeah, so what I was going to say.
I'm sure it's getting warmer.
My grandson should be our mascot.
The cemetery visits.
I'm just putting the fan on.
I've got the door open, but there's absolutely no air at all.
Just hovering over your subscribe button, should you? Yes, you should.
But it's up to you. Oh, Bob would go on a ghost hunt. He'd probably sleep all the way through it, but yeah, I think he'd quite like that. Somewhere different to sleep.
Yeah, I'd take Nala, but she'd just chew my hand off all the way there.
Probably, yeah.
Pointless.
Yeah. End up with loads of injuries.
Yeah, not from anything dodgy, just a cat.
Yeah. Something popped into my head earlier to mention, and I've forgotten what it was. It's the heat that's getting to my brain.
You book?
Hey? No, it won't be book. I am this next week, I keep saying this. This next week I am getting on to book 2. I shall be doing book 2.
Can I just say something on that? When I did that interview for you when I was doing the podcast, you told me that then. That was in February.
I know. I keep losing pieces of paper. I've got like hundreds of. Oh, it's not funny.
Oh, you are funny. You are funny.
It's just not funny. I write things on pieces of paper in pads, and then I can't. I've got 2 pads in 3 actually.
And then you can't find them.
And I can't find what I've written anywhere. And then when I don't need it, I find it. I think they play with me. Pixies. I've got 2 fairy doors on my skirting board. This is just causing trouble.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Minnie Moose has said, you have a book?
I do have a book.
Give everyone the title.
It's on Amazon, available on Amazon, and it's called Life is Strange by me, Deborah Singleton. It's only a short book, and it was only while writing it. After I'd written it, somebody mentioned something, and I started thinking about a whole load of other things, and I thought, God, I could have made my book twice as long. So I've decided to do another one with all the other stuff that I've remembered since. But a lot of it, I think you file away in the back of your brain. You don't put any significance to it. And it's only when somebody mentions something and you think, oh, God, that's happened to me. Why didn't I remember that? But I think because your brains, you've got so much going on, haven't you, and everyday stuff, and it all gets kind of like filed right to the back, and it's only when somebody triggers it that you remember.
Remember the glowing orange ball, triangle.
Orange triangle. Yeah. All sorts
That's the one you kept forgetting.
I know it is. I've written that one down.
That's right. I've got it wrote down somewhere as well. Oh, right. Anyone else got any questions?
Or any subject you want to discuss?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Now,
Minnie.
I'm going to start doing this on the Facebook group. I'm going to do different topics. So if anyone has anything that they want to put on, don't wait for permission from us to do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's everyone's group. We just sit there and watch it. Yeah. Yeah, if you got anything to put on, just put on. As long as it's related to what we're about, it doesn't matter.
Not
very
really
unsure about this guy.
Yeah.
At the beginning, because I've got a few books by Timothy Good.
Yeah.
And he mentions Bob Lazar quite a lot. Now, see, Bob Lazar had all these supposed death threats to him and his family if he was to speak about anything at Green Lake.
Yeah.
And then nothing's happened to him. And the military and all that have denied all knowledge of him ever being there or having any contact with anyone, even in the military, let alone anything top secret. So I think he's chatting a bit only because other people who've had these death threats to themselves and the family, things have happened to him.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, no, I'm not going to bother with you, mate. Carry on. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't. The two things don't. It contradicts itself.
But then Mike's put, I believe his story, why would the US government hide his history? Which is, good point, that.
But that's another thing. Did he hide his history? Is he telling the truth? I'm not saying I don't know whether he is or he isn't. There's a lot of stuff that contradicts itself with what he's said and what other people have spoke about him.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've not listened to everything. I've not read everything. So, to be honest, I don't know. He seemed genuine at the beginning, and he has stuck to his story. He's not changed anything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just seems a bit odd that no one's bothered about him. That's just my thought.
Sorry, I missed that one. Why do you think monks appear and why do they float? I think that's something to do with the cassocks that they wear.
It makes it look like they're floating.
Yeah. I don't actually know why. I know they appear around abbeys and things, but they've also been seen, like I said earlier, at Stocksbridge Bypass. They've been seen on there. So I don't know what significance, unless it's like ancient land and something was actually there before.
Could be. I don't know.
Paul Rectory, when Borley Rectory was on the go, I think that was one of the first haunted houses I ever heard about. And that was, there was a monk there, I think, that used to glide through the gardens.
I was going to say, yeah, Sarah's, but does Andy see Men in Black? I've not seen any. A few times when I've been driving about, it's felt like they've been being followed.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a car following me for miles and miles. And then I'll just look in the mirror and it's not there. I've not seen it turn off or pull up or anything. And that's happened a few times. So that might just be coincidence. I've just not noticed them turning off the road because I do a lot of driving around the southeast, like Suffolk, Norfolk, Ipswich, Essex, Cambridge, Peterborough.
Yeah.
And so a lot of country lanes, and a lot of them don't. The only turn offs that they have are going into people's driveways or farms.
Yeah.
But some of these vehicles aren't the sort that would turn off into a farm, if you know what I mean. You get a lot of 4x4s. You can tell who farmers are and what type of vehicles they drive. I don't mean a tractor. They don't try to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you can tell. You get used to the type of like SUVs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, no.
I've seen phantom cars. I've waited at roundabouts I've seen a car come to the right, and I've waited for it to give way, and it's completely disappeared, and there's nothing there, and I'm like, what? That's happened quite a few times.
Well, mine's been the opposite. I'd gone to pull out onto a roundabout, nothing coming, then a car will be there or a truck. Yeah. How can you miss a 40-foot trailer?
Don't know.
No idea.
Very odd. If money was no object, where would you like to ghost hunt or seek cryptids?
There is only one place.
Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Utah. I'd like to go to Skinwalker Ranch.
If someone said, I'll pay if you go to Skinwalker Ranch, I'd be putting all my stuff in the bag, like, all right, when do we go?
There with a shot.
Yeah, definitely go to Skinwalker.
Mark's told me about Chillingham before. That sounds like a good place. Well,
that's what got Mark into this. That was his key.
Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me.
Richard, sorry, just going back to what thing you asked about Bob Lazar. Now, he knows about the element 115 in the 80s. Now, does he know about it, or was he told about it, and was he used as a agent to go out and share stuff with the public?
Yeah.
To drip feed?
Yeah.
Don't know. No idea.
Oh.
Okay. See, Oak Island. I'm not sure. I've watched that program so many times when they go to Oak Island and looking for all this hidden treasure, and they never find anything.
No.
Comes back with a bit of driftwood or some plastic from 1210 or whatever, and there's no evidential when they do the carbon dating and all that kind of stuff in it. Everything's inconclusive.
Yeah.
I give up watching it. I thought it'd be good, but it's just not for me. I can't watch it anymore.
I think some of these places have a myth to them. Somebody builds up a myth, don't they? And then people go at it, but then it gets to a point where you think, oh no, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Don't like Oak Island, so I said I've watched it a few times. I thought, oh, this is going to be good, and it just went silly.
Oh God, where was that? Oh yeah, the one place that I wouldn't want to go would be the forest in Japan, Suicide Forest. That really does not appeal to me at all. I've watched several things about that.
What's that one? Sorry.
The Suicide Forest in Japan.
Take care, Nelly. Yeah, see you later, Nelly. I hope you're feeling better soon.
You want number 2 in the poll, right? I shall count you in. Thank you.
Yeah.
Look after yourself, love.
Car crash.
Don't know. Richard, same as Finding Bigfoot, they never find him. They should rename it Not Finding Bigfoot.
But do you know what is really good? I don't care what anyone says. It's got to be one of the best ones out there. Mountain Monsters.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Wild Bill.
Yep.
Wild Bill is the greatest person to ever watch. Have you seen how he moves?
I know
He's like 110 and he's jumping around like Zebedee on acid or something. It's mental.
I haven't watched it for a while, but yeah, that was funny.
That was one, and they do see stuff, whether it's what they show you, but
yeah,
apparently, all that is genuine. I've watched a couple of documentaries of people, not interviewing but talking to him, and then they've come back and they said they are genuine. Ever a lot of people think that it's all made up and what have you, but it's supposed to be like one of the best ones ever. It's very, very genuine.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I saw there's quite a lot of footage on YouTube about Suicide Forest and people. I watched a documentary about it and it was just really unsettling, even just watching. It's just
it's in Japan, isn't it?
The base of Mount Fuji, I think. I think it's not far from Tokyo. It's. I
was going to say, is it just
look
outside
it up on
Tokyo?
YouTube. Yeah, look it up on YouTube.
Just type in Suicide Forest. There's hundreds of videos on it.
I used to know the name. It's something like Okinawa or something, but it's not. It's that kind of name. But it is a bit.
No.
Mark's gonna. Yeah, no, Mark. You honestly watched it. You watch a video about it on YouTube, and it just gives you the heebie-jeebies. There's people hanging from trees or at the base of trees like skeletons with clothes on, and there's like tape. People have put tape, obviously, in case they change their minds and they want to get back out of the forest. And there's just tape strung everywhere and people's belongings, and it's a really creepy place. I was thinking southeast somewhere. No, love, Japan. Yeah, it's there's just something about it I don't like. Oh, anyway, that's just unsettled me now. Oh, maybe not.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm just adding something.
Oh, okay. I must write down that Kelly wants option number 2.
Right. Well, there's 4. Sorry, people. There's 4 this week.
Is there? Have you added another one?
Remember the other one? All I can say is lawnmower.
Right. You see, you're trying to confuse me now. This is not fair.
Sorry.
It was 3 before started, now it's 4.
It's 4. Sorry, it's just this one's really good.
Right.
And when I put the options up, I'll give a little history lesson of each one. Right. Know. It's probably southeast, but it's southeast Japan.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Southeast of the globe.
Oh, the flat earth, if you're into all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still undecided. I'm on the fence with that one. I'm not sure. Some things I think, actually, yeah, they could be right. And then other things I think, no, surely not.
But can I just say, my argument for that is, my argument for flat earth, how many people do you know have been up off Earth, looked down at it and took a photograph to say, yeah, it's round, or yeah, it's spherical? We've got to take NASA's word. It's only NASA.
Yeah. And they use fisheye lenses, which makes everything look round anyway.
Yeah. There's only NASA that can, or the government that can say, yes, it's round. We just get told that's what it is.
Yeah.
Whether it is or not, who knows?
We'll never know.
No. Not until I build me rocket.
Yeah, and launch yourself right up there with an ordinary camera.
Yeah, and it'll be triangle.
Yeah.
A rhombus.
Will you have your little rig with you?
Don't take the mickey.
I'm not taking the mickey. You've got it, you might as well use it.
That got benchmark and everything on that.
Yeah. Oh, Benchman.
Yeah. I don't know.
That is a very interesting cemetery, though. I think that's definitely worth a revisit.
Yes.
There's something in there. Oh, Alison says our eyeballs are round. I thought they were. They're not round, are they?
Yeah.
Aren't they elliptical or whatever they call them? Slightly off round.
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of something else? I'm not
See,
taking it out.
Kelly, yeah. See, Kelly's just put this, and this is my argument against. So when you look at stars and planets and all that, and you see the photos of them, they're all round.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So why would Earth not be round? It would make sense. Hey, that's kind of funny.
Oh, I've seen that as well, Mike. Yeah, the come on, Deborah. Golden Gate Bridge. In fact, it's
San Francisco.
I think the documentary's called The Bridge, isn't it? About the suicides and
people just go there and just jump off.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it, how people are drawn to these sort of places but if you're so depressed and whatever, I suppose.
Yeah.
You're not thinking clearly, are you? So
no, you probably got other stuff going on. It's not just because of the bridge, I don't think.
Yeah. It's probably a convenient place.
Yeah, no. So but Earth isn't even round. Apparently, it's like a air shaped.
Yeah.
So it's like it started to drip, like the plasma balls that I seen that time.
I was just about to say like balls, but
yeah, it's like a teardrop.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's round, but we don't know.
We don't.
No,
we can only surmise.
Yeah. And I've not fell off it yet.
Right. That's a
Richard.
good point.
Oh.
Will you stop it? I'm doing the comment.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yes, I think we can't be the only ones on a ball spinning in the universe. There's got to be other planets out there that we probably could never, ever reach. Probably thinking, I wonder if there's anybody else out there like we are.
Right, you read it, and both these theories are scary.
Yeah.
What if we are the only planet in the whole solar system, the whole universe, that has life on it?
Yeah.
What if there are other planets out there with life on them, and we don't know?
Exactly. Yeah. We can't be the only ones that are inhabiting a planet.
No.
I'm not saying
how many
the human like us.
No. But look how many species. So imagine like dogs, cats, otters, fish, reptiles, birds. They're all different types of mammals. We are. So each one of them is alien to us. Without going into the DNA side of it all.
Yeah.
They're not us. They're different. They're different species of mammals. So to go to another planet and find it run by dogs.
Yeah.
Or dogmen. Now I'm just going back. I think it was Sarah that put on about dogmen. I've never seen a dogman. No. And I'd never really want to see one, to be honest with you. You can keep that one for someone who wants one.
I've had a
couple of people that do.
I've had a cryptid encounter, but I couldn't actually put a label on whatever it was because there were no limbs or anything visible. It was just a great big shaggy shape that walked into the road after I passed it. So I couldn't say it was a Bigfoot or a dog man or a wild man or whatever. It was just covered in hair and it was 7 foot tall and 4 foot wide and it just stepped off the curb into the road. But I can't. If I had to go with anything, I would say more Bigfoot than anything. But it could have been anything. The way that it was stood, no idea.
Yeah, right. If anyone's watching on Facebook, when you put a comment on, for some reason it vanishes.
Right.
I don't know why. There's a couple of Facebook messages, comments, and now there's nothing on there. Nope, there. If a plane was flying straight, how would it go around? Don't know.
No idea.
Not a pilot. Hi, Facebook user. Can you say who you are? It doesn't tell us. Thank you. Oh, fucking flaming moth.
Oh, Mothicus. Don't be killing the moths.
Yes. 1 second. It'll eat me clothes, won't it?
Well, some of them do. I don't think they all do.
Oh, it's Kevin.
Kevin.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Kevin.
Mr. Birmingham, not Birmingham.
Right.
Large line building.
Lord Light, I've not heard of that. Where's that, Mike? Lord Light.
Lord Line?
There's something about that that's ringing a bell, but I can't think what. Right, anyway.
No, it's cool, Kev. No, I rang Kevin before, we didn't answer, but he was fishing.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry. What is it back on? That's it.
Right. Would anybody like
yes.
to...
Sorry, I've passed that. It's in Hull, old fishing industry buildings. That is one of the areas I think that Old Stinker was seen in as well. I'm sure it was.
Ah, right, okay. In Hull.
Yeah. If I'm right, Mike, it's near where Curry's and Frankie and Benny's is. It's along that part. I'm sure it is. Okay, Alison, thank you. And good night, love. Take care.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for tuning in.
And hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yes.
And let's hope we get some good footage.
Yeah. Well, you've got, like I've said before, haven't I? You've got to get out there to do it. If you don't catch anything, you don't catch anything. But if you're not out there trying, you're never going to do it, are you?
No.
Yeah, I was right. Thought I was. Yeah, I've seen it's quite a spooky looking building from the outside, actually. It's just kind of sat there. Yeah, weird.
Sorry. Good night, Alison.
Night, Alison.
I can't comment. Deb's took the power away from me.
I've got the power.
I can't comment.
No.
I don't know why. I have to log out and log back in. Would anyone like to see the video again of marking the tunnels to see if you can hear what we can hear for those who didn't see it earlier?
Oh, that'd be an idea, Mike. I wouldn't mind doing that, actually. Hull's not that far from Leeds, is it? We have to sort something out. We'll sort something out. I'll come over and have an investigate.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Sorry, Andy. Go on.
No, you're right. I'm just reading the comments. Yeah. If any of you that go out and do investigations, if you ever want to join up, and we can do a double one. Like I said, collaborate with each other. You film it, we film it. We can both use the footage, share it on yours, share it on ours. But however you want to do it, that's fine. I've not got a problem. So if anyone's out wanting to investigate, you're more than welcome to join us.
Yeah, definitely. That's what it's all about, sharing stuff. We're not the kind of group that says, oh, it's all our stuff. And, if people want to do it with us or for us even, that's fine. Share it on yours, share it on ours.
Yeah, because we do it with BBR, we do it with Paul Sinclair, Truth Proof, Deb Hatswell, NEPS, Northeastern Paranormal Society. They let me share stuff on there.
Yeah.
He'd go mad, but I can't remember the guy's name. Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, there's a few of them, and there's quite a few in America as well, so it's all good. Right, I'm going to put this video on again of Mark in the tunnel from last week. Now, there is text on there showing, marking when the footsteps can be heard. As I said before, I could only hear it with having my headphones in. Now, I'm going to upload the video onto the Facebook group so you can watch it over and over. But I do advise use headphones, especially if you've got noise cancelling ones. They'd be so much better. It's a lot clearer. So if you're all ready, I'm going to play it now. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you want to hear it again, I'll watch it again, that's fine. Just let me know.
There's definitely something, like I said, I wasn't sure what I was seeing listening to it first, and I thought, Mark's stopped, why are the footsteps? And then I listened, put my headphones in, listened again, and it wasn't until I'd decided that there was something else there that I said to you, you're going to have to listen to it because I'm sure I can hear another set of footsteps.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't just say, oh, yes, I can hear them and put it out there without having actually listened to it a lot first.
Yeah, and because Mark's got his squeaky dog shoes on, it's definitely not him. These are more clog-like, like shoes.
Yeah, proper, like leather sole type shoes.
Yeah. Right, so these are the 4 options for next Friday.
Yes.
Right, so I'll give you a bit of detail on each one. So the first one, Newport Pagnell, excuse me, that's St. Peter and St. Paul's Cemetery. Now that one, that's where me and Mark went, and we found a ritual on one of the gravestones. We also felt like it was being watched. There was a couple of orbs. We're not 100% sure as to what they was. It did feel like it was being watched. Now, I went there a bit ago with one of the other guys called Dave Mark, and we stood in the archway, and there's like a gravelly track which goes through a kid's park and then into the graveyard from the main road. Now, I heard 3 footsteps. Hi, Owen. How are you doing? It's one of my mates from back home from being that big.
Yeah.
And I heard 3 footsteps behind me. I spun round because I was stood in the archway, and you can only get one person through at a time. So I spun round thinking there's someone walking down to walk through. Nobody there.
Yeah.
I said that was with Dave. That was back in, I think that was January. Like January, February time. Might even have been December. Anyway, it was middle of winter. Then me and Mark went. We found the ritual, and that felt like it was being constantly watched. There's all sorts going on. Then the last time we went, it was only in this one area that it felt strange, but we walked across onto Berry Fields on the other side of the road, and that's where we got the eye shine in the bushes in the middle of the field.
That's right.
And then we could see the lights in the distance, but there's no houses up there. It's just open field. And then you've got the motorway that runs, if you're looking at a clock, from 1 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So that's not even close to what we was looking at. So that's Newport Pagnell, and it's one of the most haunted towns in the UK. Do we need to explain Kingsford Cemetery?
Well, you could, say what we've caught there over the last 3-4 times you've been.
So we've had a female or feminine, non-human scream coming from around the back of the chapel area. We've had Bernie face bench bloke who I spoke to, who seemed normal when I was speaking to him. He looked very pale. He was Dutch, about 26, 27 years old.
Yep.
And then when you listened to the audio back on that, you said he sounded a lot older.
Yes.
And then when we watched the video, his face was glowing bright red. Face was glowing bright red, and his hand was. Now, he had his phone in his right hand, on his right knee, but he was looking at me from his right-hand side, so I could see the left-hand side of his face. If anything was being lit up from his phone, it would have been the other side of his face.
Yeah.
It wasn't, and you could only see that on the video, and I wasn't shining the torch in his face at that time. That's when I realised it wasn't Mark. And then we had the guy crouching down at the bottom near where they keep the JCB and that for digging the graves when I fell off the curb because it made me jump. And then the floaty entity between the graves that we all pooped ourselves and we all went, what the effing hell was that? And I couldn't get away quick enough. Then we got Overston Hall. See, that's not far from where I live. Got to cut across the golf course to get to it.
Yeah.
It was a private house. When the Lord Overston died, it was given to his daughter. She then turned it into a grammar school. It then got left to ruin, and now it's gone that far ruined. It's going to cost too much to rebuild it. But you can go in. I was looking at the photos on Google. Some structural damage, but it's like 3 or 4 stories. You can get in. You've got old files, you've got the old registers, there's all bits and pieces still there. Now that's supposed to be really haunted as well. Now, number 4. I'm not saying it's my favourite one, but I really like to go.
Yeah.
So it's a Peace Pagoda.
Sorry, I'm going to have a coffee.
Right, it's a Peace Pagoda in Willen in Milton Keynes. Now, you've got 2 lakes at the side of it. So the Peace Pagoda is like, it's a Buddhist temple. And there's a house at the side of it where they live. Now, when I first moved down in 2008, gone for a walk, and this had only happened a few months before, the guy, the head Buddhist, I don't know what you call him. Is it Dalai?
No. It'll be... I don't know what the
Dalai. Not Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama,
it's like it's that kind
Could
of
be
thing.
A head Lama.
Well, head is the operative word in this one.
Yeah.
So his body was found decapitated in the grounds. What had happened? He'd been on a ride-along lawnmower. He'd fell off it, and it had gone over him and chopped his head off. So there's supposed to be sightings and all that of him around there. Don't know how true it is, but I do know at the top of the hill, so you got, say the Peace Road is there.
Yeah.
You've got the house where they live set back there. At the top of the hill, there's a tree, and it's got all like bells and paper and all that, where people have put
prayers
stuff of, of like loved ones that have died and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not monk or Buddha. He's got like a title, like you'd have archdeacon.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is.
Right.
Well, I don't know what we've been so far.
Well, looks like it's Overston Hall.
It looks like it is. We've got 4 votes for that.
Deborah, you can't say anything. That's what I told you earlier.
Right.
If it does end up being Overston Hall, there is going to be a surprise investigator with us.
Yes.
But I can't. They're not going to find out who it is until the evening.
That's
it. Until we get there.
Yep.
So don't ask. And not enough money could make me tell you.
I don't think he'd let you fall through the floor, Mark.
Well, no, I'm going to go. If we do choose Overston Hall, I'm going to go one day next week and go and have a look and find out. Yeah, see what's what. Make sure we can get a signal.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be number 3. You've got 15 minutes to choose number 4.
You have.
Number 4, people.
It's not me, Joe. I'm too far up the country. It's not me.
Mm.
But there will be a surprise investigator there.
Yes. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
And it's a good one as well. It'll be a good one.
Very interesting.
So, very interesting. Mark's 82. Mark just wants to go Kingsford. That's right.
Yeah. It's all right, Mark. That will go back on the list because there's too much stuff going on there for us not to go back there.
See, with Kingsford, we could just go and do that and film it and then upload the video to YouTube. We don't have to do. It doesn't have to be a live investigation.
Yeah.
We can always go back. Yeah. Now choose number 4. Cheers, Al. I'll buy you a curry for that. Mark's band.
Yeah. Take your egg and get yourself off home.
Yeah, it'd be good. Look, yeah.
Oh, I haven't put my vote down. Right. Okay, that's it. That's made it even more obvious which one it's going to be.
Right. So I'll say number 4.
Right.
Pointless, but
yeah,
I'll say number 4.
Absolutely no point to that at all, but never mind.
No.
Yeah, Mark's giving in now.
Sorry, I just heard a noise. I think it's one of the kids whistling.
All right, you up?
Oh, yeah.
Not that phantom whistling bloke that followed that bloke round all his life. Did you see that?
What's that?
There was a report on. It was something like it was on YouTube. I think a couple of people have covered it, and he'd heard whistling all his life, and he actually managed to catch. He'd gone to the riverside in America. He'd gone to the side of this river with his wife, and he heard this whistling again, and his wife heard it, and he actually managed to catch a man stood up in a small boat whistling and like floating away from him. And it was the same whistling that had been following him all through his life. Yeah, really spooky. All you can see is the outline.
Who it was?
No. All you can see is the outline of this bloke in a small boat, like not a canoe, a bit bigger than a canoe. But it was floating in this twilight. It was floating down this river and whistling. Really.
It wasn't
I've got gooses again now.
The ferryman on River Styx, was it?
Very, very similar to that. But yeah. Very odd.
Didn't have is it the 2 3-headed dogs?
Oh yeah. That's Cerberus.
Can't remember what they're called. No, it was a ferryman on the River Styx, and when you died, you crossed and you give in 2 coins to put them over the ice to take them into the afterlife.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
They'd pay their way so they could see when they got there.
Yeah.
That's Greek mythology, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, but it was a very, very scary account. They'd managed to catch this photograph. Like I say, it's just about dark. It's gone past dusk. It's just about dark, and this just appears.
Right.
It's creepy, very creepy.
Yeah, Mark, we need to get across the golf course first, and then there's a caravan park on the other side. God. No, it's static. It's like where people retire. No, but they live there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a dodgy one. It's legit.
Yeah.
Failing that, you've got Overston Manor, which is a pub. We'll just go in there and have a few beers.
Oh yeah, we'll film that. We'll enjoy watching that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You have what if syndrome up there.
Yeah. So how many pizzas I can eat?
Yeah.
Right. 2 for 1. Right. So it's looking like it's going to be Overston Hall.
It's Overston Hall.
I'm kind of glad it is because I know what's coming up.
Yep.
That's the only
place that the surprise investigator wanted to go.
Yeah. Easington Hall.
I've heard of Easington Hall, but no.
It's Overston Hall. Are we talking about something else?
Overstone.
Overstone. It is in.
Overstone.
It's in Overstone, near Sywell Aerodrome.
Mm-hmm.
We could always pop over there.
Yeah, there's got to be someone. Is that the military? Is it ex-military one?
No, it's World War II. They've got a couple of the old hangars there.
Yeah.
It's shut at night, but I know a way of getting in.
Right.
It's because that's where I bought my car. Well, I got my car from the garage around the corner of car place, and the garage at there's a lot of different companies on this Sywell.
Yeah.
That's where they service the car, did the MOT and all that. I've took it there the last few times, and it's needed work having done.
Yeah.
And I noticed there's a bit of a gap in the fencing to get through. And from what I can see, they don't have security on it now. You have cameras on there, but as long as we keep moving.
Yeah. Put your hood up.
Is Shane coming as a special guest?
I think it's he brings off Shane.
So, oh! You've not told him.
What?
He's slacking.
Oh dear. What have I forgotten?
There was a paranormal show. No. So, for those that are interested, I don't know who or how it will turn up. We are definitely doing a meetup.
Yes.
It's going to be the first weekend in September. It's either the 3rd or the 4th, whatever day the Saturday is. I haven't got a calendar in front of me. I think it's the 2nd, 3rd or 4th.
I'm gonna just hold the line. September.
Yeah, because I'm away in August, so I can't do that week.
Okay, I can't move it. August, September the 4th is a Saturday.
Right, that's when we're doing the meet. Now, there's a couple of places to choose from. One of them being Cannock, because it's very central for everyone.
Well, not for
me. Not everyone. No, and not everyone can meet up because obviously people don't have transport or it is too far. Because I know these people in Scotland. Joe lives in Southampton. Got Wales. So
Sheffield, I'm Leeds.
I'm Northampton. Mark's Bedford. Richard's Bedford. But if there is anyone passing your way that wants to come, then
carpool.
Do that. Yeah. So
the second one was Nottingham.
But we're not sure whereabouts in Nottingham.
Sherwood Forest.
Oh. But the Sherwood Forest. But then you've got the space station.
The what?
There's a NASA space station.
Is
something
there?
or other. Yeah, sounds all. I think that's more Derby, Leicester.
Right.
Sure, it's like North Leicester coming into Derbyshire.
I'll have to have a look at that.
It's got NASA something space somewhere or other. Look how much I take notice of things on the road.
Yeah, I know. As bad as me.
Yeah, so there's one of them up there.
Right.
So trying to find somewhere as central as possible. Yeah, Leicester. Yeah. I know it's North Leicester because it's just before you get to the A50. That's as you're getting into Derby. So we could anywhere around that area.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be that week. But as soon as we find somewhere.
No, Mark, Olney isn't central.
What? Only
central? No, it's not. Central to you.
Yeah. I'd have it at the end of my street, but neighbours won't be impressed.
Probably not. There's all sort of grass.
Yeah, Mike's just put it. Yeah, it's right on the border of Leicester and Derby. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Not most certain. Yeah, so this week, once me and Deb work out an exact pinpoint, then we'll let you all know.
Yes, it'll be on the Facebook page, so keep your eye out.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Right. Let me know, and if I'm free. Cool.
I'm just reading Richard's remark. I vote only 2. Stop it now.
Yeah. I vote Kingsford Cemetery.
Well, you're not getting it.
No.
Not this time.
Damn you.
No, Mark's going to be signing T-shirts. That's great.
Hey, his own.
Yeah. You can have your face all over him.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be doing that next, merchandise.
Yeah.
We've got the design. I'm actually going into the shop tomorrow to have a look, to get some prices on all different things. So we're going to do like mouse mats, cups, T-shirts, baseball caps, and whatever else, coasters. Someone said to me about doing phone cases, but
no, because there's so many different phones out there, isn't there?
I know
It'd be impossible.
Yeah, it's too much
for a small organisation. But mugs would be good.
Yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be a good one, I think.
Rich says tea towel.
Tea towel, yeah.
That's all a bit like Queen's Jubilee kind of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
Royal weddings.
Yeah.
Fan club. Well, I think we've only got 5 minutes to go. I think we can safely say it's going to be Overston Hall.
I think you might be right there.
Superb.
Yes. So
stickers.
Throw these up. Stickers. Well, I got a couple printed. I've got a couple printed and put them on my laptop.
Right.
It just says Codes of the Unknown, just to see what it looked like in the letters, and I think it looks pretty good. Just before we do go,
Mike's just put oven glove.
Oven glove.
I like that. Oh, I love that. That's funny.
Oven glove. Yeah. Just one, not 2.
Yeah, just the one.
Baby's bib.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Should we hit the middle class and do cravats and straw hats?
Oh, superb, yeah. Yeah, with a thing round it. Bog rolls. He could wipe me bum on Andy's face.
Such an idiot.
This is it. It's going to get hysterical now.
Right. So come and join us on Instagram. I've got that kicking off the ground now. I'm starting putting a lot more content on there.
Yeah.
More, it's just been advertising. The videos that you've been seeing on Facebook and YouTube, I've been putting on there just to get people into it. And yeah, massive thank you to all the new Facebook, YouTube subscribers and Facebook group members.
Yep.
That is pretty much it. Massive thank you to you all. Wow. What can I say? Days of the week.
COTU jelly. That's what we could have.
Yeah. I've got socks on with days of the week.
Nice.
True story. I always put the wrong day on and confuse myself.
Yeah. Just to check it up a bit.
I'll do one Saturday, one Wednesday. Oh, sorry.
I'm going to get
let me drink there.
It's a good job there's only 2 minutes left because that's it.
Yeah. No, yes. So.
All night, Mark.
Yeah, Matt. See you. I'll give you a bell early next week, and I'll see you on Friday. So I'm going to get some prices tomorrow. Going to get some stickers done.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the I logo with Codes of the Unknown. There's going to be 2 or 3 different variations of the stickers, just depending on what you're going to be sticking it on. I'm not even going there with that. We'll leave it there, yeah?
No.
Thank you all so much for joining tonight. Really do appreciate it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's been lovely. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it's been a good one
brilliant
tonight.
Questions, brilliant comments.
Yeah, thank you all. It's like, yeah, everyone's joining in now, and it makes it so much better. No, I'm not saying the other people were boring, but
yeah,
no, it's a better variety. You're all asking questions now. You're all getting involved, and it makes us feel like what we're doing, that we're doing it right now.
Yeah, it does.
I think we found our feet on how we do this now, and it's working for us. So massive, big thank you to everyone. Really do appreciate us. Us? I really do appreciate us. I really do appreciate you.
I do as well.
I was reading something and it said us. Yeah, I'll give you a bell Monday, Kev. So, time to go.
It's time
Thank you all so much for coming on. And don't forget, next Friday, Overston Hall. It's going to be really good. Cheers. Yes. Thank you, Ellen, for coming on. Ellen, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you'll see all the other stuff we've got going on there. Instagram. Yeah. I'm making a TikTok account this weekend. So we're going to do a bit of filming on that as well. So everything's going to get intertwined. Yeah. There's going to be a bit of everything here, there, and everywhere. I've got a GIMP mask. I can just put some stickers on it.
Do we need to know
that? Cheers, Elle.
Right.
Thank you for that. So, yeah, we have to go. So, have a great weekend, everyone, and see you all next week.
Thanks for joining us.
Take care.
Night.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.